Stream. Hey, there we go. The blog stream is back. Welcome back, guys. So made good progress at work. Outside of work stuff, I also have been. I'm having like a hard brain fart, mental flatulence. Oh yeah, outside of work, I've watched a few different animes today. My favorite one, I don't really remember the name of because it's a Japanese name, but I think the English translation of the name is Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero was pretty good. Ooh, I gave it like an S rank. If you like, well, a certain level of like sex appeal in your shows, Absolute Zero delivers more in episode two than it does in episode one in that regard. But it's definitely action packed with like two fights per episode minimum. There are some cool armor suit designs. I know I'm definitely a big fan of armor suits in my anime. Ba-bam. Let's see. Sorry that I'm not as talkative. Trying not to get completely owned by Rook, and also to see, and I'm also trying to see how far I can get in Fantasy Strike, playing only for 15 minutes. Ah, okay, so I'm really trying my best not to get owned here. Okay, I thought I had lost that fight. Oh yes, but Absolute Zero, I would highly recommend it. Has cool mech suits, a couple sexy character designs, ba action packed, and the fights are based on strategy, which is something I really like. I feel like a lot of anime has its fair share of action, but it's not necessarily strategic action. So it's not necessarily my cup of tea. So yeah, Absolute Zero is only two episodes. It's an OVA. If you definitely are, blah, if you're looking for new anime to check out, and if you are interested in stuff like armor suits, sexy character designs, and just action-packed anime in general, I definitely recommend checking it out. Ah, right now I'm trying not to die against Rook. He's the Gollum character in Fantasy Strike. Oh, okay, I got Yomi countered and it cost me the round. Sucks. Sucks. Um, oh, but Absolute Zero isn't the only anime that I watched today. I also watched the first two episodes of I'm gonna forget what this is called. It has a really dumb name. But it's called Kitty something. But the name doesn't have anything to do with what the actual show is. The show is about like these space police who essentially travel around and stop space crimes, but specifically crimes involving intergalactic trade for whatever reason. It stars two female characters, one of which it has superhuman strength and agility, and the other one has the power to hack any technology as long as they're close enough to it, which is honestly really overpowered in a futuristic space setting. Oh no, I'm getting like continually slammed. I see that Matt jumped into the live chat. Yo Matt, welcome to the stream. You're just gonna say no, no, no to the three questions, so I'm not gonna focus on the three questions right now. I'm gonna focus on trying not to die to Rook. I just need to beat Rook one more time, and I'll like have him. Oh, but he got me. He punched me right in the face. Okay, now let me pause real quick and bring up the live dashboard on my computer. Welcome, Matt. It's good to have you. Matt says, sounds like a forgettable show. Are you talking about the one that has Kitty in the title? I don't think it's that the show's forgettable as much as it is that the title doesn't have anything to do with the show. So like I can remember like one of the characters' names is like Lumiere, another one's name is like Eclair. Um, I remember that the organization they worked for is GOTT. None of that has to do with the title of the anime though. The title of the anime is Kitty something. I can't remember what it is. Um, the thing that disappointed me about the show, because it has good action, and there is some like suspenseful action, which is nice. I really like suspense and strategy, not just action for the sake of action. Hit him, yes. Okay, we beat Rook. Um, Thank goodness. Anyways, it has some suspenseful action. It has some like sexy character designs. Uh, the thing that disappointed me is that there aren't a lot of like mech suit things. And I found the anime on myanimelist.com, and it was listed as like a mecha anime, but it's just not very mecha heavy. Um, and I guess that's the thing that kind of disappointed me about it. But otherwise, it's a pretty good show. If you don't really care about mechas, but you like action and superpowers and sexy character designs and female lead anime, then I feel like you'd like Kitty, whatever the rest of the name was. I feel like the name was just bad. Matt said, Jet, you can't finish Fantasy Strike in 15 minutes, but we can see how far I can get in 15 minutes, which is my goal, to see how far I can get hit her. So right now I'm fighting Jaina, who's the Flame Archer, and she currently has me in the corner. No! I wonder if Bubble Shield would have saved me. My goodness. Yo, Matt, how is your day today so far? Ah, come on. Oh, I got hit by her Shoryuken. How much damage is that? Oh, it's 2 damage. Only a third of my health. Could have been worse. Ouch. Let's see. Matt put strategy in quotes. Then he said plus sexy character designs, Jet 2019. Excuse me, you act like those words can never be spoken. Bring the fish down. Ah. You're gonna. Whoa! I happened to be on the ground when she shot that. Okay. Sucks to suck. Let's see. Matt said, like, honestly, Jet, that's pointless since you'll never be able to move on from Fantasy Strike if you can't beat it. Then Matt said, fine. He said, they can never be spoken by you. The words plus sexy character designs. I already said it multiple times tonight. It's too late, Matt. Then your boy Kel said, Hola. Yo, Kels, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy and any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Right now I'm playing Fantasy Strike and trying not to get completely owned. I am failing. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy and any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Matt said it's taboo. Okay. We're going to use the grave strategy, which only kind of works. Okay, we got a W, a singular W. A singular W. That actually, now I think about those words, that sounds really weird. I got a U, I guess. Mm. That's a very good get off me tool. She has an invulnerable uppercut. It cost her 1 health, but I had her cornered, and she was like, "Do you?" Invulnerable uppercut. Please don't get hit. Ah, I meant myself, not her. uh, Matt said, just get Unio. It will be infinitely better than Fantasy Strike. I don't want to spend all that extra money on Unio. Oh, wow, she grabbed me while I was in Bubble Shield, because Bubble Shield is useless. It's not useless, but it is worse than his other super. I know Matt hates the timing on Argagarg's other super, but it's really not that bad. Ah, her grab makes her invulnerable to like everything else. So she can grab me while my fish is coming down, and it's like it doesn't matter. Let's see, Matt said, Jet, you just bought a whole bunch of games. Define a whole bunch of games. Also, I bought games for less than the cost that it would have been to have bought Unio. Well, we only have 3 minutes left. I'm curious if I'll be able to beat Jaina before the end. Matt said, don't even. You said you haven't even played those whole bunch of games. I haven't bought a whole bunch of games. I feel like you're overhyping 2 games. She does have an aerial thing that she can do. Oh my goodness. Jaina, it's time to stop. Ah, why was she pushed backwards? Matt said, Jet, I feel like it says something that those 2 games collectively are still less than Unio. Yeah, that they're used and purchased at a store. Also, she dealt 4 damage to me with that combo. Ah, it's too optimal. It's too optimal. Ah, I tried to cross her up with a grab. Her invulnerable uppercut can say no to pretty much anything. It's a very hard counter. Kel said, what do you feel like are do's and don'ts for transformations? Um, Try not to have transformations that are like, and then once they enter this mode, literally nothing can beat them. They actually have no weakness because it's their ultimate mode that cannot be defeated by anything, and they are invulnerable. Like, don't make their transformation like their Gary Stu mode. They can be better, but it shouldn't be like they're now absolutely unstoppable. You know what I mean? Because essentially, what that does from the audience perspective is it destroys pretty much all suspense once that person transforms. Oh, you spammy ass. Oh, ooh. They used the uppercut twice. The uppercut that beats literally everything else. Now, I feel like some people might argue that you can definitely have transformations that are completely unbeatable but make them very difficult to attain. But even still, I don't know. I would prefer that transformation just be really good rather than like One Punch Man levels of nah, that won't affect me. You know what I mean? Ah, Dragonheart is so good. She spends a bar of health and she can't be hurt by anything. And it's just direct damage. Matt said, and probably of low quality. I don't think it's necessarily low quality. Matt said, what were the games? So, the 2 games I got, World of Final Fantasy for $15. I'm trying to play more Monster Tamer RPG games, and I think this game's going to be interesting. It's going to be the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played, if you don't count Kingdom Hearts games, but I only played a little bit of the first Kingdom Hearts game, and I didn't finish it. I like the manga more than the games for Kingdom Hearts. And then I got Shinobi Strikers. Now I know that some people have some hate out there for Shinobi Strikers. We'll see how good and or bad it is soon enough. Oh, speaking of soon enough, hey, we hit that 15-minute mark, so we're gonna end the Fantasy Strike stream. I'd like to thank you all for watching the Fantasy Strike stream. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these Fantasy Strike streams. It's your friend, your boy, Jeff, like the one only logging out. Stay tuned. We got more coming at you after this. Peace. Check the guy. Okay, so that is the Fantasy Strike stream. So let's read more of the live chat. Let's see. Matt said, do. The transformation should feel earned. Don't. Make constant transformations within a single fight. I think it depends on the circumstances of the fight. Because the last Naruto versus Sasuke fight in the original Naruto series has multiple transformations and it's pretty dope. Let's see. Flan Kid said, real life superhero. Yo, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Matt said, Frieza. Then Matt said, well, hold on. Why are you hating on Frieza's transformation? Like, why is he like an example of bad continuous transformations? I don't think that necessarily was necessary. Well, was necessarily necessary. Good job, me. I don't think that was necessarily bad. That's what I was trying to get at. Let's see. Matt says, Saitama isn't a transformation, it is a way of life. Let's see. Oh, I didn't edit my mic. I didn't edit which mic I was using, I don't think, before I started the Fantasy Strike stream. I wonder if the Fantasy Strike stream has ass microphone quality, because I don't think I changed it first. I think I was in too much of a rush, in too much of a hurry. Someone's gonna figure that out the hard way. Let's see. Kel said Frieza transformations are different though, because he's not gaining new power. All his forms are him limiting himself. Why are you saying? I don't think that's true. Why do you think that's true? Matt said, I thought the games were more equivalent in price. Okay, Shinobi Strikers. I actually can't see the price on this one, so I don't know. And then this one's 15. So can't tell you Shinobi Strikers because it's just not written on it, as far as I can tell. Because I just don't remember. But this one was just $15. Let's see. Matt said World of Final Fantasy is fine. He says Shinobi Strikers is more than likely garbage. We'll see. Bacon Sugar Gamer said, yo, Bacon Sugar Gamer. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Kel said, also, Jet, Shinobi Strikers isn't bad, I would say. It's just that it's an online game. It's the equivalent of you playing Overwatch offline. Can you play Overwatch offline? Is that even like a thing? Matt said, by making constant transformations, I mean new transformations within the span of a single fight. So not transformations that were introduced previously, but entirely new transformations that have never been seen before. Again, I think that depends on the circumstance. For example, if you had a character and let's say already introduced, they can transform into different elements. So they have like a fire form, a water form, an air form, etc. And then in the middle of the fight, they were like lava form because they half transform into the rock one and into the fire one. So they get the qualities of both. That doesn't seem too like far-fetched and doesn't seem like an ass pull. So it really depends on what that character's powers are and if just gaining an additional transformation is something that they could realistically do in the middle of a fight, depending on what powers they already have. Like, does that make sense? And then Matt said, also, how long was the original Frieza fight? Isn't it like 20 episodes? And then Matt said, that is why Frieza is a problem. I feel like Frieza's, well, for one, I don't think Frieza's transformations limit him. I thought that was a weird flex. Because I don't see how they're him limiting himself. Um, and then, what's the other thing I was going to say? Frieza's. Do, 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 do. I mean, I kind of understand where you're coming from, Kels. Because Frieza can more or less walk around in, like, his highest form, except Golden, for whatever reason. Because he's not used to Golden. So that could be his base, and he more or less treats one of his highest forms, but not his, like, full power bulky one as his base. Um, but technically, his first one, I would imagine, is his base. You know what I mean? And that he's just chilling at a higher form for a longer period of time, but that doesn't make it his base. Um, and also, I don't think Frieza's transformations are really a bad thing. He just has more power. You know what I mean? He was just a character who had already been built up outside of a lot of what we had seen, and we were seeing a lot of Frieza's power for the first time. So it made sense. Let's see. Matt said, plus, how much love does Frieza's second and third forms actually get by anyone? I mean, I can't blame you on that. But I feel like, well, blame you. I, I understand where you're coming from with that, is what I mean to say. Um, but I just feel like Frieza did have some unnecessary forms, or at least just not as cool aesthetic forms, if I'm being honest. Because I don't mind him continually transforming through his fight. He was essentially the final boss of that arc, and having Goku face off against him in different forms and him increase in power over it, like over the course of the fight, um, it works. Like I wasn't upset while watching the Goku versus Frieza fight. I enjoyed it. So I don't think it's bad that he had so many transformations. It's just some of the design for the transformations I really didn't care for. But I think if they looked cooler, I think people would vibe with them a lot more. But that's just my opinion on that. Kel said that's what his forms are. His forms are him making himself weaker, and him progressing in forms is him going up to his normal level. See, I don't I don't know if I don't know if I agree with that. Like I understand what you mean that his lower forms are weaker than his higher forms, but I still feel like Frieza's true base is his like form that we originally see Frieza in. Like I think that's his true base. And I think he's just been chilling at a higher one, but that's definitely his base. Like that lower thing is his base. So I don't think it's him making himself weak. That's like saying Goku being in his base form is him making himself weaker. It's like no, he's just not in his higher form, but it's weird because you can argue like, but it is holding back because he can push further, and it's like yeah, but that's like his start though. You know, this is where he like begins, and then he can climb. It's just kind of weird. But I don't think his lower forms are him. I, they're not him making himself weaker. They're just how he kind of already is, if that makes sense. Let's see. Matt said, no, the forms are him reducing his power limiters. He said, okay, technically you're right, Kels, but it is a very backwards way of describing the same thing. Then he said, original Frieza fight was way longer than 20 episodes. He said, I believe the planet blowing up was 20 episodes. He said, Golden is a stamina drain like Super Saiyan 3. That's true. He said, that's why he can't just walk around. Frieza is definitely intimidating, and the forms do help in selling that, but the issue becomes that the transformations themselves existed mainly to gate progress until a stronger person could arrive. A similar comparison to Frieza in earlier forms is Goku wearing weighted training clothes. No, no. I disagree with that. Weighted training clothes is different from your base. Like an analogy to Goku's weighted training clothes would be like Piccolo's weighted training clothes or Picon's weighted training clothes. Your base form has nothing really to do with what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Like, Goku at his base is him not transformed into anything. It's his lowest form. You know what I mean? And Frieza's lowest form would also be his base. It's him not transformed into anything. Him not going like any higher than just his like natural starting position. You know what I mean? I don't think the weighted clothing thing is the same thing. Then Matt said Frieza's weaker forms and weighted training clothes are both power limiters. There's a difference between a power limiter and just where you start. You know what I mean? Goku naked is still in base if he's in his base form. You know what I mean? I just feel like Frieza's weaker forms aren't him holding back. It's the opposite. It's him not pushing forward. Instead of him pushing himself to transform to a higher level, he is just standing at a lower base level. Transformations involve a progression going up. It's not like Frieza's true form is somewhere in the middle and he's down transforming and up transforming. You know what I mean? It's just he has a true base, what we see like when we first are introduced to Frieza. Then eventually he starts using one of his higher forms as a base, but we know that he has a lower form because we've seen it. Like we know what his real base is, but he just starts using a higher form as a base. And now he has a power that essentially acts as a ceiling that he can't maintain for significant periods. So he keeps falling back down to what he's been using as a base but isn't truly his base, if that makes sense. Let's see. So Matt said, Jet, similar doesn't equal same. He said also the weighted training clothes still weaken Goku. It's the weighted training clothes, weaken I think is like the wrong word. Um, I understand the analogy that you were proposing, but I just feel like it is inaccurate. Goku's base form is just his natural state. And when he transforms to higher forms, he's pushing himself to attain those forms. And then he can transform back into his base. Frieza's doing a similar thing. He just stays in one of his forms, though. You know what I mean? Like, instead of going all the way back down to his base, Frieza spends a lot of time in, like, one particular form that's not his base. Does that make sense? Let's see. Matt said Frieza is not at base with his weakest form. Why? What evidence do we have that Frieza's weakest form is not his base? Then Matt said, here's a question. When Frieza died, why didn't he go back to his base form? Why would he have to go back to his base form? So, the reason why he wouldn't go back to his base form, at least in my head canon, because I'm not Toriyama, at least in my head canon, is because his transformation is biological in nature. So when Frieza is going up in a form, he's like essentially shape shifting in a way. A biological shapeshift, a limited biological shapeshift to like his next highest like form. I almost said evolution, but that's not entirely correct. So if you died after like a metamorphosis, you wouldn't regress. Like if you kill a butterfly, it doesn't turn into a caterpillar. The reason why Goku, if he were to die, would regress down to a lower form is because his forms are coming from like essentially using his ki, which is a part of like his life energy, in order to attain Super Saiyan and maintain Super Saiyan. So if you die as a Super Saiyan, oh, you don't have any ki anymore. And if you don't have any ki anymore, then you can't maintain Super Saiyan. So of course you regress to base. So that's where I'm coming at. That's where I'm coming from with that. Let's see. Matt said, oh, I already read that. Kel said, Frieza, the limiting forms accomplish the same thing as Goku's weighted clothes. But I feel like one of these things is a reach, right? I feel like the reach, right, is to say that Frieza's lower forms are somehow not his base. Because I don't know why you guys feel like they're not his base. Frieza's lowest form is his base. If you're not transformed into any of your higher things, you're at a base level. Frieza transforms to higher and higher levels beyond his base. And at a certain point in the series, he just stops like going back down to his base. He just sticks with like one form in particular. Let's see. Where are we at? I was just saying. Matt then says, but Frieza didn't keep his body. And then Kel said, Jet, just look up what Frieza forms are on the wiki. Then Matt said, so when he was revived, why would it be at full power? So, when he's revived, what? I'm trying to figure out what you're really saying, Matt. Because I'm really trying to figure out if it matters. So when we saw Cell in, well, Cell's transformations are really different. I was about to make an analogy about when we saw Cell and he was dead. For one thing, if you're dead, I don't think that means you need to go down in any levels when you have like a biological transformation. I don't see why you would have to, especially since when you die, like when you just get killed, you don't have to regress down to your base if you're like Frieza, because we've seen Frieza die at a higher level and not regress down. So I don't know why. I guess spiritually he would have to either. You know, that seems self consistent. That doesn't seem like a stretch in any way. Um, and then if you're already, I guess, in your spirit form at a certain level, and then you get revived at that level, then you're fine. I don't know why Matt said got him. What was the got him? I just reacted to your thing, and I explained why I feel like it's still consistent. Since Frieza can die in a higher form, and then he doesn't have to regress down when he dies, then if Frieza, when he dies and his physical body stays in that form, if his spiritual body is also in that form, that doesn't seem too crazy. And then once you revive him from that spiritual form back to his physical, then yeah, he could just still be in that form. I don't see why he would have to change or lose that form, especially since it's not key based. You know what I mean? Like I don't see what the reasoning would be. Um, Now Kel said, look up Frieza forms on the wiki, which I think is an interesting idea to look up the Frieza forms on the wiki. Um, because I'm curious to see what the wiki has to say. It's like a community based thing. Well, actually, now that I think about it, is there like a Daizenshu entry? Yeah, a Daizenshu entry based on Frieza? Because that would also be helpful. Let's see. He has a power and abilities section, but does he have like a straight up transformation section that just goes over the individual transformation? Here we go. Under abilities, he has a transformation section. While other beings in the Dragon Ball franchise usually transform to increase their power, Frieza's power is naturally so great that originally his body could not properly control it. And so Frieza developed a series of physical transformations to limit his actual strength. What? So he starts off really strong. And because he's so strong, he can't control it. He goes to lower things. I don't really understand that. So what is Frieza's true base then? Because I understand where Kels is coming from now. Frieza goes backwards for some reason, at least based on what this says. Let's see. Matt said, wait, I didn't actually see what I thought I did. Never mind. And then he said, final 100% form. Then Kel said, high fives Matt out of victory. And then Matt says, technically. Then Kel said his final form is his base. That that's so weird. Wait. Then what the fuck is Cooler's problem? Like, why isn't Cooler just always at his highest then? Unless he also has the same arbitrary bullshit thing where it's like, oh, I for some reason I'm too strong for my own body, so I gotta go downward in the thing. Dad's flexing. Dad, do you want to come in and flex?
No.
No, you just flex.
Too strong for your own body.
So Frieza in Dragon Ball, he downgrades with his transformations instead of becoming stronger. So apparently he was born with too much power and he
What
couldn't control it.
is this? Does it have to
No,
do with that?
this.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
gotta do something.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds dumb because it is dumb. Uh, let's see. Matt said yes. He said, why couldn't King Cole be at base? He said it's cockiness. What do you mean it's cockiness? Then he said, they're so good they don't need to show people their immense power. What? Like, what's the point of creating a form to be lower? Especially when you're like super cocky. You know what I mean? Wouldn't you want to flaunt it? Uh, that's so weird. Kel said Cooler's big boy transformation is an actual transformation. No, because now we're picking and choosing when it's going up versus when it's becoming yourself. I don't that is, ooh, I don't like that at all. That just doesn't make sense. Matt said they wouldn't have been able to control the power when they are born, so they develop the forms. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you're born like full power Frieza, but then as soon as you're born, you go, that's a little too early, and then you regress through multiple forms, and then it's like, okay, that's where you should have started, because that just doesn't make any sense. And then Matt said it's a part of their race. And then Kel said Jet can't handle the truth. It's just dumb. Also, I apologize. That last Fantasy Strike stream must have had horrible quality for the mic. So my bad. I have fixed that though for this stream. Do 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 do. But that is a weird flex. Do 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 do. Hello everyone, it's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One and Only here with another exciting live stream. We're back with Spider-Man PS4. It's been a hot minute since we've even touched this game. So let's get to it. Matt said, then when they can handle the power, they choose to be at their weakest form because they know they can easily stomp everyone, even in their weakest form. That sounds so dumb. That's like saying once you become an adult, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter. I can be at least like 18 and I'll be fine. If anything, that you might actually be better if you were like maybe in your early 20s forever. Like for humans, there's actually a pretty solid stopping point for just prime physical form. So, with 15-minute game sessions, I might need to actually start doing like side missions. Well, I mean, I've been doing only side missions instead of doing story, but I haven't been doing like environmental crime. Not environmental crime. I haven't been just fighting crime in general in the city. But if we only have 15 minutes, then it would make more sense to just do general shit in the city. Or try to very quickly do like a story thing. I don't know how fast we could actually do a story thing though. So that's from the movie. Let's see. That's also from the movie. That's pretty sleek. Hey, we got Bagman. And then I already have that. Okay, so what do I want to play in? What do I want to play in? Let's do the stealth suit. Also from the movie. Let's see. Okay, so where are we at? Kevin says Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Yo, welcome. It's good to see you. Kevin, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy and any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Okay, so I guess we're gonna fight some criminals. I can't remember what your like counter button is, so I think I'm just gonna die now. It's circle, I think, because you dodge. It's not a counter button. Cool. I can do that. Whoa, one moment, guys. Kevin said, hello, Jet. Hello, Kevin. Whoa, how's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you like to talk about on the stream? Also, don't worry, live chat. I got you. Give me one moment. Okay, cool. That's the first crime I've ever stopped in Midtown. Okay. So, Kel said his weaker forms are like, wow, I'm destroying you with a weaker form. What a noob. Matt said, is that not what Frieza did, Jet? It makes more sense when it's not like that. Like, it makes more sense for Frieza to just be like, I'm leveling up during a fight. You know, like everybody else in Dragon Ball does. Where you start at just your base, because you don't really know what to expect out of an opponent, and then you slowly, like, build up your thing, build up with your transformations to try and see if you need to build up further. Okay, we gotta get to this mission. Oh, how did you get, like, essentially a speed rush? Like, I don't remember a lot of the stuff from Spider-Man. Let's see, where are we at? Do 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 do. Um, is that not what Frieza did, Jet? Then Kel said, Jet, I think you finally used the term weird flex correctly. Ah, I see what you did there. Matt said, Frieza was like, I guess I will grace you with my power. He said, Cooler is similarly cocky. The only weird thing is that King Cold is in Form 2, although it is possible that for him, it was Form 1. Gosh. Then Kel said, Matt, don't explain further. His brain isn't on our level to process this information. Matt said, Jet, Spider-Man is the worst game for reading the stream. And then he said, Frieza is an entirely different character compared to the rest of the Dragon Ball Z cast, and thus operates on different rules. An entirely different character. Isn't every character except like Goku Black an entirely different character? Miss me with that. Ooh, I like how the game cheated and let me know that there was another guy watching. Is there a stealth button, like for me to try and walk stealthily? Get up there. Okay. Matt said Cell is an amalgamation technically. True. And Boo absorbed. Oh no! Shut the fuck up. Whew. I almost got caught in the stealth mission. That guy is really, really high up. I'm curious. Oh yeah, I can get to him. Just you know what? What? The game was like, you can get to Psych. Psych, we let you think you could do it. Get behind him. Crawl behind him. Crawl where the ladder is. That's how he got in there. What? What? The ladder is not how he got in there? How the fuck did he get in here? Okay. Hold on, guys. I got you. Let's see. Vegeta follows similar rules to Goku, if not the same rules, except for the weird making moon power. The making moon ability is interesting. Okay, so you can take down from here. Godzilla said Spider-Man. Let's see. Matt said because Saiyans can just do that, I guess. Okay, yo Godzilla, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day today? Do you have any questions for your boy? And do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Okay, let's see how much we can do. We got like, what, 8 minutes left in the Spider-Man stream. Hey, little bitch. Okay. Is everybody on the ground now? Because I'm pretty sure I can still just take all these guys out. I can kind of freely swing around and shit. Bam, yeah. And a game where they kind of expect you to be on the ground, you can just swing, go, hey, is that guy by himself? Then you'd be like, oh, hey, now I'm swinging again. Hey, how are you gonna get me? What are you guys gonna possibly do to stop me from swinging? I'm just swinging now. Oh, now he doesn't want to do the stealth takedowns when he hits them, even though it should be pretty much the same amount of force as everything else. Hit everybody with everything. Just keep swinging things at them. I'm not done. There's literally debris everywhere. Hey, I'm the Jackie Chan of Spider-Man. I don't have to actually fight anybody. Okay, we got people with guns and grenades now. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, we died. Makes sense. Matt said, that would have been interesting if Goku stole that power for GT. Uh, like making the moon. Does Goku know that the make the moon power is a thing? Like, did he see that happen? Matt said, granted, he would probably never use it, but it would be interesting. It would be cool to see someone shoot a moon at someone. Like, if you could not only make a moon, but, like, throw it. I think that'd be pretty dope. Okay. What? That guy pretty much is dead. Beep 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 doop beep 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 boop beep. Beep beep doop beep boop beep doop beep. Set a web shot on the right object. I may not have picked the right object. Let's see. Granted, something. Godzilla said, "What is Spider-Man's favorite food?" Then Matt said, "Pizza." Then Godzilla said, "Makes sense." Also, there's an alternate universe maybe where Spider-Man probably exists. Do you feel like Spider-Man is something that, like, getting bit by a radioactive spider? Oh, that's what they meant by a well-placed web shot. Oh, that's cool. I thought he meant for me to take my webs, use them to, like, pick something up. Okay. Let's see how stealthy Jet can be. Let's see. Matt said he watched Vegeta do it. Godzilla said possibly. Matt said a whole Spider-Verse, you could say. Then Godzilla said, yep. And he said exactly. Then Sam White said, what's up? Yo, Sam White, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. How's your day? Do you have any questions for your boy? Do you have any discussion topics you'd like to talk about on the stream? Right now, I'm Spider-Man. I'm trying to not get caught. Get up. Get out of here. Okay. So I took that guy down right after he said I need some extra eyes over here. So I think more people are going to come up here and I'm going to be able to take them out as they keep checking on people. See, all I need is more people to one by one come upstairs to try and check on someone. I wonder if they've become wise of my thing, of my plan. Why are there bad guys all the way over here? It's like you're asking to get caught. You're just isolated from everybody and everything else. Yeah, I feel pretty safe doing that. Shh. Hush. Do it. I thought there was a... Oh, you hold square to do it. I don't know why I thought you hold the dodge button. Now I think about it, that doesn't really make sense why I thought you would hold the dodge button. Silly rabbit tricks are for kids. I think it's because there's a similar mechanic in Batman that uses that button. That didn't kill that guy. But it probably should have killed that guy. What? Okay. Hit him. Sam White said, "Hey Jet, have you ever played Magic the Gathering?" Yes, I'm not a fan of the mana system in Magic the Gathering. Okay, so what do we got in the live chat? Real quick, this guy is shooting at me with a gun, which is the common tool used for shooting at me. Don't know why I had to specify it. There's one more enemy here. I'm gonna casually jog to them. It's almost like they're running from me. Sam White said, "Have you ever played Commander format?" I've seen people play Commander. I have watched people play Magic. I don't really think I'd like it. Oh, I leveled up. See, this is how you level up in Spider-Man. You gotta jog. Gotta get a nice workout in. I'm looking around. There he is. Were you looking for me? Were you looking for me? Bitch. We got him. Okay, where we at? Scrolling back through the live chat. Godzilla said the sky. Matt said the ground. Sam White said, "I'm doing pretty good right now. I just fixed my room." Oh, ballin'. What happened to your room? Matt said, "In all the oceans." Godzilla said, "The like button. You need to smash." Then Matt said, "The dislike button." Then Godzilla said, "Don't smash dislike." Matt said, "That must be smashed." Matt said, "Do smash dislike." Godzilla said, "Don't smash dislike." Matt said, "Do smash dislike." They're doing it back and forth. Kel said, "Why not smash the like and dislike button equally? How about not?" Let's see. Matt said, "Do smash dislike," but he said it like, "Do smash dislike," like a mocking SpongeBob kind of thing. Matt said, "I agree. Hit that." Matt said, "I agree. Hit like, then smash dislike." I feel like you used the wrong then, Matt. Grammar. Let's see. Then Godzilla said, "Kel's good idea." Okay, done. He said, "I'm back to like." Oh, I'm leaving the... There's more to that mission? Well, I'm already past time for this particular game anyways. For those of you who are watching the Spider-Man stream, thank you all for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ding ding, ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do these live streams. Thank you all once again for watching. This is your friend, your boy, Jetblack one only, logging out. Peace, peace. And that's the Spider-Man stream. Okay. And I'm not gonna do any more game streams, I don't think, because I don't think I have time for tonight. Well, yeah, I don't have time for tonight, sadly. Barely not enough time for another game stream. Let's see. Matt said, "You didn't do it in the right order." Then Godzilla said, "5 people smashed like." It's actually 4 people who smashed like. But I like your enthusiasm. Let's see. Godzilla said, "Good job, comrades." Then Godzilla said, "It says 5 for me." And then Matt said 4 people. Then Matt said, "You have the AI given a like, which doesn't count." Then Godzilla said, "Okay, 4 people, cool." Kel said, "We should play a Jackbox game sometime." Then Godzilla said, "We should." And then Matt said, "Like now." And then Godzilla said, "I miss Jackbox." Earlier in the stream, I'd be down. But we don't even have like 15 minutes left in the stream. We have like. Good in my phone. Looking at the time. We have 8 minutes. Well, we don't have 8 minutes. We have 11 minutes. Do 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 do. Let's see. Matt said Jet Fibbage takes 10 minutes. I think most Jackbox games take 15 minutes, if I remember correctly. And we just don't currently have 15 minutes. Then Godzilla said we can play Fibbage. I think that's based on what Matt just said. But I just don't think Matt's being accurate. I don't think Fibbage actually only takes 10 minutes. Then Matt said Fibbage is 10. Matt seemed very confident in that. I personally don't think it's true. He said it is the quickest Jackbox. Ooh. What would make it the quickest Jackbox? Like, why do you feel like it's the quickest? In Fibbage, no one has to put user input, I don't think. I doubt that one's the quickest, though. There are other games that have a lot of. Not a lot of. That don't have a lot of user input. Like maybe Lie Swatter might be the quickest one. Godzilla said each game of Fibbage lasts around 10 minutes with 3 rounds. When Godzilla, when you start Googling it, you're like, okay, how long is Fibbage? Well, at the time when we were like, we should do Fibbage, it was like 8:49. So for one, I don't have the ability to like immediately bring up Jackbox. You know what I mean? Like I would have had to have already had Jackbox open and ready, and that stream started for us to start playing. It's just a little too late. Matt said official source. Godzilla said I'm googling. I did my research, and Matt said Jet, we have 10 minutes exactly. Go over a minute. It's fine. Nah, we can do Jackbox another time. It's not going anywhere. And then Matt said the world won't explode. I just have other things that I'm going to be doing after the stream. Like right after the stream. So I got to be ready. But don't worry. We should be able to do Jackbox in the near future. Then Matt said, Jet, the adorning public wants it. The adorning public. Time to look up adorning. Do do do. Make more beautiful or attractive. The make more beautiful or attractive public is waiting. Oh, sorry. He said adoring. No N. I added the N. Okay, so Jet, the feeling or expressing deep affection, love, or admiration public wants it. It's really weird to replace words with their exact definitions. Because that's right, but it just sounds weird. Matt said, talking to Beth can wait a minute or two. Beth and I are going to be doing text and read tonight. I think we're going to be reading Witchblade and Firestorm tonight, so that's going to be interesting. Kel said, the wood may not explode if we don't play, but it may turn to stone. Cue the Dr. Stone theme. Dun, 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 dun. I don't actually know how that goes. Then Godzilla said, adoring. Then Matt said, Jet, time to read properly. Excuse me. Then Godzilla said, it's adoring. Then Kells corrected to Waldo. Uh, Godzilla said, text and read? Yeah, that's what we call when we read a comic together and then we review it and then we talk about it. And normally we read like 2 comics. I think the most we've ever read at once was like 5 comics. Matt said, you can text while playing Fibbage. I'm going to be reading comics. Matt said, and use the computer to play Fibbage. Then Kevin said, "Any mangas and anime you recommend, Jet?" Yes, I actually made an anime recommendation earlier today. I got you. I'm about to post the title of it in the live chat, aka Absolute Zero. Check that out. Check that out. Kakugo no Susume, aka Absolute Zero. Uh, I feel like you could Google Kakugo no Sume and find it. It's good. I really like it. Matt said you can play Fibbage and read at the same time. Nah, another time. Another time. Godzilla said, here's a good anime. Your mom and knows too. Then Kel said, I recommend JoJo. Godzilla said it's a good anime and it's in the Amino. Beth asked me, is a nectarine an apple? No, it is not. I'm going to send her a picture of a nectarine so that I can educate her on what nectarines are. Because they are not apples. They are not apples at all. Do 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 what ba da 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 da. Kevin said JoJo ew, and then Kel said lol. Do 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 do. For those of you who may not know what a nectarine is, it's kind of like a peach, but it's not a peach. It's kind of like a cross between like a peach and a plum. Then Godzilla said, Jet, why is existence? Why not is existence? I don't know if that actually makes sense as a question. Why not is existence? Why wouldn't existence be? That's a better question. Why wouldn't existence be? Then Godzilla said, "Remember when we had a Discord server? Mm-hmm. Now we have the Superior Amino." Mm. Kevin said, "I tried to get into JoJo, not my thing. I also tried to get into JoJo. I like the part before they introduce Halmon energy. Once they introduced Halmon energy, I was like, nah." God, really, I almost said Godzilla again. Uh, oh, Matt said the name of the anime that he likes that I believe just has an English translation, but he always just puts in the Japanese. He said best drama to watch. Then Kel said, okay, that's fair. Then Matt said, but Hamon gets left by the wayside in part 3. I still would have liked just these two English boys forced to live in a house together. One comes from rags, the other comes from riches, and their social disputes. It would actually was a pretty interesting slice of life story. And I'm not even a fan of slice of life for real. I would have liked to have just seen more of that. Also, the other day, I was telling you guys about the Injustice cards that I got at Dave and Buster's. At Dave and Buster's, brother. I thought these two were the same. These two are not the same card. You can clearly tell by looking at the number of stars they have that this Lex Luthor is better. And if you look at his face, here's the better Lex Luthor's face. Here's the worst Lex Luthor's face. He's mad because he sucks. Also, if you just look at the back of the cards, they are different. So yeah, that was my bad. Don't know why I thought otherwise. This is Crypto Lex Luthor, not Krypton Lex Luthor. Crypto Lex Luthor. Oh, he also has like the chest symbol. I guess there's kryptonite in there. I also didn't notice that the first time I looked at these. I legit just thought I was given the same card twice initially. But no, the second Lex Luthor I have is just actually better. Look at that gloss. Look at that. Okay, let's see. Matt said there is no English translation for Showa Genroku Rakugo Shinju. Why not just call it Rakugo Shinju? That just seems easier to pronounce. And I feel like if you type in Rakugo Shinju, which has two, it does not have two U's. But Google at first was like, two U's? Two U's? But why not just type in Rakugo Shinju instead of like the whole thing? Then Kel said, Hammond is still a thing in part 3, just less so. Then Matt said, just pronounce it properly. Kevin said, I would a anime to help me how to get a boyfriend or girlfriend in real life. I feel like that's a thing. There's an anime that teaches you like proper exercise. I imagine there is also an anime that teaches you like how to find a significant other. It's probably labeled how to find a significant other. Then Kel said also in part 4, but even less so than in part 3, talking about Hammond energy. Then Godzilla said Lex Luthor. Then Kevin said Japan, I need the human waifu robots already. You actually already can buy sex robots. That's just a thing. Sex robots with AI that you can like talk to. Matt said just watch any isekai. They get all the girls. Then Kel said Jet, it's Ham not Hammond. Are you sure it's not Haman energy? I'm pretty sure it's Haman. Ham-on. 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 That just doesn't sound right to me. Haman. Hamon. Ham-on. Hamon. Let's see. Then Godzilla said, wait, what? Then Matt said, it's Zado. Or sun energy. Or Sunny D. The power of Sunny D. Oh, it's 9 p.m. Yo, thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to smash that like button, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ring that notification bell to be notified whenever we do this live stream. To show your friend, your boy, Jeb, like the one only logged out. Peace. Catch you guys later.